How can algae be used, first of all, as a carbon sink?
Okay, forest in the land, seaweed, especially perennial seaweed, can draw down and sequester carbon dioxide from the ocean. So it is almost same as a sink in the oceans.
And does this mean that the sea is going to be full of? Does it mean it's going to be full of seaweed then?
Uh, Not in that all, because seaweed can grow only hard bottoms. So we have a sort of substrate to build or to plant on that kind of plants.
Okay. And are you suggesting that as well as being a carbon sink, are you working on it being a source of energy as well, or is this just as a carbon sink as at the moment?
We did every kind of solution to cope with global warming. First, we think because carbon can be drawn down as a seaweed biomass. Also, we did some of research on seaweed papers, algae papers, can draw down, can reduce tree cutting. Also, we have research on biofuels, which turn into bioethanol. So those kind of things wrap up together, we've created a seaweed solution in context of climate change.
Professor Lee, how long has this research been taking place?
Since 2005, it's almost 6 years, 7 years.
And what results do you have so far? Do you have any statistics about how much CO2 seaweed can sequester?
Oh, yes, of course, it's tens of tons per hectare per year. 15 metric tons per hectare per year.
About the range of tens, because it's almost same as tree does, because 10 tons of carbon dioxide per hectare per year. So that is measured by a seaweed biomass. It's solid one. Also, we can have solid result from seawater chemistry, because we measured dissolved inorganic carbon in seaweed farm and nearby ambient seawater. In between, the difference could be recognized as carbon sink in the seaweed. So two figures is astonishingly same. Is about same range of 10 tons of carbon dioxide per hectare per year. It's almost, we got that result. We surprised. It's almost same as that one. So, as said, it's a verified MRV, measurable, verifiable, so-called, and reportable, as Valley Action Plan did.
Yeah. So it fulfills all those criteria. What is the long-term plan then? Are you suggesting that we should see seaweed farms developed all across the world? Is that practicable? Is there space around the world for seaweed farms?
Well, at this moment, we are concerned about the seaweed farm in the Asian Pacific region, especially. We need we made we have Asian network. We're using algae as a CO2 sink. That was established in 2005 to encourage the collaboration among member countries in conducting research on sustainable CO2 removal by seaweed.
And who is a member of the Asian network? Which countries are involved in this project?
Okay, that network is initiated 2005, and so far 12 member countries, including Korea, Japan, China, India, Indonesia, Philippines, Australia, Malaysia, and so on, New Zealand, and so on. Indonesia. And the last 7 years, we work collectively together to have good research on the sustainable CO2 removal, and also for the publication of a scientific paper and newsletters and the workshop, symposium, and so on. All our activities is aimed to clarify and quantify more about the kelp role in climate mitigation and climate change.
And what sort of conditions do you need for seaweed to grow? I don't like seaweed because it always goes onto the beaches when I go on holiday and it ruins the beaches. But what sort of conditions do you need for seaweed to grow?
Okay. Currently, we develop a CCLB, which means a coastal carbon dioxide removal belt. It's a kind of artificial structures, and we can develop those kind of things in with offshore windmills. We can and windmill structure. We can put it strings or rope together, and that will be another CCLB system. So, for that one, we can develop those kind of CO2 removal system in the sea, but we have to manage it by environmentally safely or sustainable management plan. Otherwise, we lose everything. So that's very important thing we have to keep in mind. So environmental management, environmentally based management.